What's up, Bills Mafia? Welcome back to the channel where we bring you all the latest and most exclusive Buffalo Bills news straight from One Bills Drive. Before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow and keeps the Buffalo football conversation going strong all year long. Listen, this offseason has been anything but boring. The Buffalo Bills are in full gear trying to improve, evolve, and finally break through that playoff wall to reach the Super Bowl. Every move, every rep at practice, every negotiation, it all matters. And today, we've got two major stories that are rocking the headlines in Buffalo. One involves our star running back James Cook and his contract dispute, and the other is an unfortunate early injury update on our newest defensive weapon, Joey Bosa. Let's break it all down. Let's start with James Cook. Bills fans, you already know this guy was electric last season. He led the NFL in rushing touchdowns with 16. That's right, 16. On top of that, he rushed for over 1,000 yards and tacked on another 258 receiving yards with 2 receiving TDs. Simply put, James Cook is the engine that makes the Bills' ground game go. But here's the problem. He's not at OTAs. Cook is currently in a contract dispute with the franchise. The 25-year-old running back wants a new deal, one that pays him like a top tier back in the NFL. And frankly, after the season he just had, you can understand why. He's entering the final year of his rookie contract, and the clock is ticking toward free agency after the 2025-26 season. However, the team has yet to meet his contract demands. Now, earlier this week, head coach Sean McDermott was asked about Cook's absence at OTAs. And here's what he had to say. We're staying in touch. James will be here when he's ready to be here, and we'll move forward. That's the quote from McDermott via team play-by-play. Voice Chris Brown. And if you read between the lines, it seems like the Bills are playing it cool. No panic, no public frustration, just patience. But here's the catch. This is a holdout. Cook skipping OTAs is a strong signal that he's serious about getting a new deal. And remember, under the league's collective bargaining agreement, players can be fined each day they hold out from mandatory activities. So how long will Cook stay away? We don't know yet, but here's what we do know. The Bills still hold some leverage. Cook is under contract for 1 more year, and if it came to it, Buffalo could apply the franchise tag next offseason to retain him. That gives them time, but it also raises a big question. Can the Bills afford to go into training camp without their RB1? Because let's be real, the other backs on the roster, Ty Johnson, rookie Ray Davis, Darrington Evans, and Frank Gore Jr., they're solid, but none of them are James Cook. If the Bills want to seriously push for the Super Bowl this year, they're going to need Cook on the field. So the team has to ask, pay the man now or wait and risk tension spilling into the regular season? One thing's for sure, the fans want answers and they want Cook on the field. And just as Bills fans were starting to feel good about the defense after some major offseason moves, we've already hit a bump in the road. That bump, Joey Bosa, has pulled a calf muscle. Yeah, not what you want to hear. Bosa, the 5-time Pro Bowler and big-name addition from the Chargers, is already dealing with injury issues just weeks into his Bills tenure. Head coach Sean McDermott confirmed the news earlier this week, saying Bosa injured the calf while working out with the team. And according to NFL insider Tom Pelissero, Bosa isn't expected back until training camp. Let's add some context here. Injuries have plagued Bosa's career recently. Over the last 2 seasons with the Chargers, he only played in 14 total games. Even last year, despite being on the field more, he was far from dominant. And now, as he enters this new chapter in Buffalo, he's already facing a physical setback. That's frustrating for the team, for Bosa, and for fans who are excited about seeing a fearsome pass rush duo with Greg Rousseau and AJ Epineza. Let's not forget, the Bills moved on from Von Miller this offseason. They brought in Bosa on a 1-year or $12.6 million deal, and a $12 million of that is guaranteed. That tells you they're expecting big-time production. But in order to produce, you've got to be available. And right now, Bosa's availability is already a concern. The good news? The team is optimistic that he'll be ready for training camp. And if he can stay healthy, which is a big if, Bosa could be a difference maker. The last time he posted double-digit sacks was 2021, but we know the potential is there. Imagine a healthy Bosa lined up opposite Rousseau, with Ed Oliver collapsing the pocket up the middle. That's a nightmare for opposing QBs. But again, it all comes down to one thing: health. So here's what it boils down to. Will Joey Bosa be able to shake the injury bug and finally deliver that dominant season we've been waiting for? Or will his time in Buffalo mirror the last couple of years in Los Angeles? It's a gamble. But when the Bills had to make, Elijah Moore has made some serious moves in his young NFL career. Drafted 34th overall back in 2021 by the New York Jets, Moore came into the league with a ton of potential. Quick, agile, explosive after the catch. He was the kind of wideout you could build a future around. But if there's one thing he hasn't had until now, it's consistency at the quarterback position. I mean, let's look at the list of QBs he's had to work with. Zach Wilson, Joe Flacco, P.J. Walker, Deshaun Watson, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson. That's a merry-go-round of mediocrity, folks. There. 2 rocky years with the Jets. Moore was traded to Cleveland, where things didn't get much better. And after another season of unsteady quarterback play, Moore finally hit the open market this offseason. And he made a bold, strategic move. He chose the Buffalo Bills. And more importantly, he chose Josh Allen. Now he's gone from wondering who his quarterback would be each week to catching passes from the reigning NFL MVP. And you know what? It didn't take long for that to hit him. After his first practice during OTAs with the Bills, Moore was glowing, having an opportunity to be with Josh, the MVP. I caught a pass from him today and I couldn't do nothing but smile. That's what he told reporters, and Bills Mafia, you love to hear it. Elijah Moore's excitement isn't just about escaping quarterback chaos. It's about finding a system where he can finally thrive. So far in his career, Moore's numbers have been decent, but they haven't lived up to the hype. In 4 seasons, he's put up 200 receptions, over 2,100 yards, and just 9 touchdowns. Those are serviceable stats, but let's be honest, this guy was drafted in the 2nd round for a reason. The upside has always been there, the missing piece, a quarterback who can maximize his talents. Enter Josh Allen. Allen's play style, the big arm, the improvisation, the aggressiveness is tailor-made for a receiver like Moore. He thrives in open space. He's shifty. He can turn a 5-yard slant into a 40-yard gain. And in an offense that just lost Stephon Diggs, the Bills need someone who can create separation and be a reliable weapon for Allen. And let's not forget, Moore is still only 24 years old. He's entering the prime years of his career. Surrounded by a strong offensive coaching staff, a top-tier quarterback, and a playoff caliber team, the environment is finally right for Moore to take that next step. Offensive coordinator Joe Brady is known for building creative, dynamic playbooks. If he can scheme Moore into motion, into the slot, and into mismatches, we could see a breakout season. But here's the deal. This might be his last chance to prove he belongs as a WR2 in the NFL. And he knows it. So now we turn it over to you, Bills Mafia. What do you think about James Cook's holdout? Should Brandon Beane open the checkbook and lock him in long term? Or is Cook gambling too early in a system that gives the team control through 2026? And what about Joey Bosa? Are you worried about this injury setback? Or do you believe that once training camp starts, he'll be good to go and ready to make a huge impact on our defensive front? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one of them. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want to keep getting these exclusive Bills updates, hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a breaking story. The season's right around the corner, and we've got so much more coming your way. Until next time, go Bills!